My name's Lana Dunson. I'm 65. Um, I'm medically retired, and I used to do boat upholstery and interiors and canvas work. And I have 3 kids. They're all in their 40s, late 40s now. Man, I'm getting old. I used to be involved in working out and stuff, but life seemed to got in the way, and then medical issues got in the way, and then now I'm at the point where the doctors want me to get back, start doing more stuff instead of just being stagnant, I guess. And so that's kind of where I'm at. And,
do you want to say anything about your terrible daughter-in-law, Aunt
well, I was so impressed with her getting up so early, and plus her job's pretty demanding, and her getting up here that early in the morning. I would look at her, I was like, "You did what?" And she's like, "Yeah," and she had all this energy and stuff, and she goes, "You got to try it." And I just so happened to see your ad, and that was like 2 o'clock in the morning. I was like, because I don't sleep a lot. The same week that I did that, I had been to Cleveland Clinic with my different doctors, and they're all on my case because with medical congestive heart failure, they want me to get back into shape because even though I got medications and stuff for it, they say you still have to move to get everything to function and everything. They want me to start walking, and I said, light this, and do this, and do this. And I'm looking at it, I'm like, you want me to do what? And it's like the energy level is like 0 sometimes, and I sleep the oddest hours. It's like right now I'm wide awake, but an hour from now I'll sit in the chair, I'll be asleep for 2 hours. I mean, it's just like my sleeping is it's crazy. I need to get something. I need to get a routine because I have no routine. And they told me, of course, I've got 9 different doctors, specialists, and it's like I'm not like critical, but it's just enough that everything was going on that if I could get back, going back and get back in shape and get my body going again, it could fight a lot of it off. And that's where I'm at the point now that I'm one of those when they say they could possibly save a little bit without going to major stuff if I get my butt in gear.
What are you going to all those doctors for?
You go along in life and you're nothing wrong with you, and you feel healthy and you're great, and you take everything for granted, and then all of a sudden it's like this starts going wrong, and then it's a dominoes effect because you didn't get it taken care of when you should have. Next thing you got all this problem. It started out with Crohn's, and then it started out with gallbladder attacks, and then it started out with a tumor in my throat, and then it started out with endometrial cancer in the ovaries, and then it turned out 3 weeks after that, when I was starting to get well, they found more cancer cells, and then they had to go and do a radical hysterectomy, and they had to take all the lymph nodes out of the stomach, and then I had to got that done, and then it's like the asthma, then the COPD, and then it came into the congestive heart failure. I mean, it was like a domino effect. It's like one thing happened after. Then I had the COVID. And this past winter, I was sick for 6 weeks, and I had no fever, no infections or nothing. But they said it was an effect from the long-term COVID, and it was like the breathing. I have 3 inhalers. I have a CPAP. I have an oxygen, and sometimes I can go like a long and do just fine. All of a sudden, it's like I can't breathe. I can't walk from point A to point B without sitting down. I'm going to have to walk like 15 feet to my chair to my kitchen. Yeah. And a lot of it has to do with my stamina. I have to, like my doctor says, I just need to start really getting the body back into shape. I end up having I had the gallbladder out. Then they thought I had the low liver because of all the enzymes and stuff. It was like everything kept happening. Enzymes are way up and everything. So they got me going to a nutritionist to change my eating habits. And let me tell you, it's hard. Especially I guess not at any age because you get used to eating a certain way, but at 65, I just you just do the same thing as a repetitive, and so I did change a few things like sugar and bread, and you don't think how hard that would be. Does it sound like a big thing? But my cup of tea in the morning with 4 teaspoons of sugar, it was a lot. Yeah. But I haven't used sugar since 2019.
Hell yeah.
And then I still have the half a bag I had in the cupboard at 2019, and it's hard as a rock. It's a reminder. It's sitting there, I pick it up, go bam, bam, bam. It's hard as a rock. But I don't use sugar anymore. They're small steps, but they're important steps because all of a sudden you realize, I really did it. So I'd like to get to where I can walk around the block without huffing and puffing or.
We're going to focus on nutrition. That's the base of everything. Okay? So what we'll tell you is eat meat and vegetables, nuts and seeds, some fruit, little starch, and no sugar.
Okay, so
Sugar is the problem.
I'm at the verge of having colon cancer. I've had the polyps, and they're all precancerous. So I'm fighting it off. I mean, it's like they say when you get to like 10, they find a polyp that's 10 millimeters. I think it's millimeters. That they consider it. They start treating you for colon cancer. My not this last time, but the time before, I had one at 9. So I'm like right there, you know, like watch it. It's 2019. All my blood sugars have came back to where I'm right there on the edge of being diabetic. They've started me on metformin. Now I take it twice a day just to fight off diabetes. If I can work that down to where I can maybe even stop taking that, you know. It's like I take 13 different pills a day. You know, you get the morning one, then you get the mid-morning one, then you get the evening one, then you get the nighttime. It's like you have to go through a filing cabinet just to go to bed.
Yeah. What does this opportunity mean to you?
My health. I mean, it's like when you're not working anymore and you're sitting there and I live alone and you know you got all these problems, it's like your mind runs around and then you something goes wrong or something's bothering you, think, oh God, I hope it's not the cancer, I hope it's not this, I hope it's not that. Then your mind runs. Then the doctor says, well, you can fight all of it off if you get up and you do this and you start doing that, and then thinking, this could be, I don't want to say a lifesaver, but in a way it could, you know. It could be something that's, if I can fight off the diabetes and not take the medicine and not have to worry about diabetes, that's great. Or if I can get the congestive heart failure back under control to where I don't have to worry about, you know, my body swells up, next thing I'm in the hospital, and if I could do something that keeps that at bay, I mean, like I said, it could be life-saving to some degree, you know.
So I'll tell you, this is what the founder of it always says. We're like lifeguards. We can teach you how to swim. We can teach you how to reverse chronic diseases. You needed a lifeguard, and you went and got the lifeguard already, and now they're trying to push you back to the swim coach.
If I had a good coach, though, they kick you in the butt, make you get going.
But that's what we're going to do.
Yeah.
We're going to help you implement lifestyle changes.
They told me I'm at that level to where mine can be reversed if I work on it.
What's a normal day of eating look like for you?
They want me to eat 3 times a day. I usually eat once a day because I get up in the morning, I'm not hungry. I haven't ate yet today.
Yeah.
I'm not hungry. And for me, they say, even if it's just an apple or a banana or some cottage cheese, a piece of toast, something to break that morning, and then have lunch. And I go in the kitchen, I stand there and I look at it, and I'm not going to kid you, sometimes looking at that food, it almost gags me. It's like, I don't want to eat that. You know, I want to eat. So then I don't, but when I do eat, it's too late at night, 7, 8, 9, 10 o'clock at night. You know, and then it's like, it's all screwed up.
Yeah.
Because where I should be eating, at the times I should be eating, and what I should be eating is probably not the greatest either. You know, and it's like I need to get everything in my life back on some kind of schedule, a regimen of some sort, because I'm like a Super Bowl in an 8-sided room, just bing, 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 anywhere and everywhere.
So I'm going to tell you right now, without hearing anything else about your food, you don't eat enough protein.
Probably not.
And you're not eating enough food in general overall to fix any of those problems.
No, that's what my daughter said, but she was home a while back. She says she was eating. I mean, she would eat her breakfast and her lunch and her snacks. And she, are you want something, Ma? You want something, Ma? I said, no. And she goes, you hardly even eat anything. But it's like, I don't have the...
Yeah,
I don't...
and you have to just start with small portions of something that you like. So what kind of, do you like meat?
Oh, yeah.
What do you like to eat?
Well, I'm picky-wise, there's nothing I don't like. I mean, I'm not a banana fan. And it's like, but you know what? I still buy them little yellow burgers and I still eat them because it's just, I keep trying to acquire a taste for them, but I still eat them. But it's like, I like banana bread, banana puddings and stuff, but I still eat them. I like them more green than I do mushy. I don't like them mushy. Yeah. Not that that's a big deal, but.
So we'll work on your food a little bit, but you're going to have to start eating something, and like, even if it's not a breakfast food, when you wake up,
just something.
Steak, an egg, burger, chicken, turkey, whatever. You just got to start somewhere, and I would say just focus on breakfast or lunch, whichever one you want to start with. Just add one thing, and then that's all you're going to concentrate on until next week, and then we'll add something else to that.
I think maybe that's what I need to do because It's like that one thing with that quitting the sugar thing. And I was, you're right, one thing I can, instead of the whole big, like this whole big picture you're trying to fix.
Now, the faster you quit all the sugar and the carbs, the faster those things go away.
Okay, I have to admit, I'm guilty of one. I was a Pepsi drinker. Now, I was going to where I was going through those 18 cases a week. Now I'm only making, I may drink 5 a week, which it's still not good. But considering I was drinking the whole case down to this, and then like yesterday, I didn't drink any, and now I'm trying to skip days. I mean, it's like you're doing things, and whatever it is, all of a sudden you had this massive urge to have that Pepsi, and it is. It is. And then I drink water. You're drinking water, or you drink juice, and it's like it's not a Pepsi. You know, it's like it's just not. And it's like, and the thing of it is, I will go and I'll drink lemonade and milk and everything else, until where I probably drink the equivalent of 8 cans of Pepsi when it comes to calories and stuff, instead of just drinking the 1 can of Pepsi and getting it over with. Yeah. So, not that I need to ration that out, but I'm trying, you know, and the things that I did, I'm sticking to it. Yeah. But that's
all we can ask for, is that you're going to try, and if your life depends on it, you're going to have to try a little bit harder sometimes.
It is.
Right?
You
don't have to be perfect. That's the thing that you have to keep reminding yourself. It's not like you can never drink a Pepsi, but you have to understand what that's going to do to your body when you drink it, and you have to limit the number of Pepsis that you're drinking.
I think that's where I've been, in my mind, I rationed, where instead of drinking that whole case, I'm down to like a 6-pack, to where I'm trying to get it down to maybe just 1 or 2. I mean, I'm trying to reduce it down, and I'm working on that.
How about, do you drink alcohol?
No, I do. I have no problem with people drinking alcohol, and I maybe at Christmas time I may have a wine cooler, or I may have a mixed drink or something. But I'm not much of a drinker. I never have been. I smoked for like maybe 1 year when I was like 15. Okay. But my lungs are terrible.
How many hours a day do you think you sleep?
Oh, 3 or 4. But it's not a set time. I don't go to bed at 8, 9 o'clock. Sometimes it's 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, 7 o'clock in the morning, 7 o'clock at night. So there's no rhyme or reason for it.
We're going to help you with that too. And then, are you committed to attending the class at 11 o'clock 3 to 4 times a week?
Yes, that time was good for me. When I was reading it, that was even one of the things that drew me to it for that time of day, because I'm not a morning person. Yeah. I mean, at 7 o'clock in the morning, you ain't going to see me here. No, it's like, no. 11 o'clock's a good time for me. It gets me up. I'm not ready to choke someone out.
How about, do you have any questions for us right now?
But I did hear some of the stuff that you told the young lady before. It's like you come in and you're sore. You gotta kind of work slow until you move. You know it's going to happen to a little bit. But do you have a masseuse? If I can get back some kind of health back, to where it's helps me feel better and do more, because I don't do a lot because I don't have the energy. I'm tired, and it's like I don't feel good, and I don't want to go out of the house. I don't want to get up and go do it, because all the time I don't have the energy. It's like when the time everybody wants to go do all this stuff, it's like I don't want to go to Cedar Point and walk 6 hours. Like I can't. Yeah. And just things, and so I think getting out and socializing and making while there is left of life, I like to get out and live it a little bit.